Should I buy Ocean Power Technologies stock? Ocean Powers is currently up in the session of today, the 25th of January 2021, 4.1%. You can see what's going on there. So this is a live session of the 1 minute type. And this stock is obviously in the renewable energy space, trading on Nasdaq. Today it reached its 52-week high, a new 52-week high of $7.30. It exceeds the previous high of $5.63 by $1.68 and is 2,188.84% above the 52-week low of $0.33. Definitely the stock has caught the wind of the renewed verve in renewable energy, EV, battery, and the whole green stocks. So technically, before we go into that, we can see this is their website. It says OPT maintains its leadership status in wave energy based renewable energy. Through research and development, OPT's Powerboy system integrates patented technologies in hydrodynamics, electronics, power conversion, and energy storage, and intelligent computer control systems to maximize the extraction and conversion of the natural energy in ocean waves. The result is a leading-edge, ocean-tested, proprietary power conversion and management system that turns wave power into reliable, clean, and environmentally beneficial electricity for offshore applications. So, the consumption of their product wouldn't be downstream; it will be upstream. More of offshore. Not exactly for the regular individual, but yes, it's still within the renewable energy space, absolutely. And moreover too, it's also supplying the people who contribute a lot to, in some way, to pollution, as it were, because they supply the oil prospected and producing companies. Okay, so technically speaking, OPTT, Ocean Power, is strongly bullish. You can see it's strongly bullish, no doubt about that. And it's 200-day trend line is upward sloping. That's this one. And its momentum is also strongly bullish. It's slightly overbought, and it has a price rate of change that is currently at 108%. That's what its price rate of change is, meaning that its momentum is absolutely bullish as well. But at some point it was even more than that. That price of change was at $240. Sorry, 240%. As at the 7th of October last year, 2020. And volume-wise, the last 10 days have seen significant volume in OPTT, with average daily volume above the average for the last year. Today's volume is no exception, with 35.72 million shares having been traded already. The unbalanced volume indicator is bullish. The slope of the indicator is positive and suggests that buyers are presently more active than sellers. So let's have a look now. It has, as you can see, it has 30 million shares on float, and 35 million have already been sold. Have already been traded. So that's an indication that maybe because the stock is still relatively cheap. You can see the price is about $5 on some fraction. Let's have a look over here on the live session. It's $5.80.89, so it's relatively cheap. And the market cap is also $172.5 million, indicating that already the stock has traded up to $200 million today. So. This 30 million. It doesn't look that small, but compared to what we have seen elsewhere in the billions, we can say this is quite small. And who knows, that could be the reason why we have some of these gaps. Because The float is relatively small, and as such, any demand can result in spikes and gaps, and at the same time, also he also has a short interest of 6%, indicating that maybe market participants who are pessimistic do get involved with the stock. And so since the 14th of January, it has not relented, even though today has slightly pulled back from its that 52-week high of $7.30. It's currently now at $5.96. Okay, so should I buy this stock? Do you have to buy this stock? Well, obviously this is a stock that is in the fray. It's relevant right now. It's in the renewable energy space. Yeah, it's a buy, but I wouldn't say that it is a buy right now, that it is really very hot. So I would say it does pull back. You can see that as recent as when was this? Let's find out. As recent as the 7th of this month, January, it was trading below its short-term trend lines, the 10-day and 20-day trend lines. So it does pull back. So even though that is just in the relative, it's in the past, some weeks ago, yeah, it will at some point. There's a good chance that it will pull back and get a lot cheaper. Consolidate and all that stuff. But I wouldn't say that I wouldn't recommend that you jump in now and buy the stock. But I know that there is a real fear of missing out, and maybe if you don't jump in now, you may never be able to get it at this sort of price. But if you can't wait, don't risk your house. Don't stake your house on this stock. The stock has been around for some time, no doubt, and they're relatively quite. They're not relatively quite stable. They've been around since 1984. So it still doesn't mean that you should stake your house on the stock. So I would also, like I said, wait for it to pull back and consolidate before you do so. But if you can't wait for it, don't stake anything that you can't afford to lose. Okay. So if you're new to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for watching this video.